magazine cover this year.
He's on the cover.
And when he was considered fat, quote unquote, he was getting 60-point double-doubles. No. JK did exactly what he was supposed to do defending Luka Doncic. He was principled. Luka's going to get his. But your job is to make him work on the other hand. That's exactly what he did offensively.
It was a great first step for Jonathan Kuminga in this new campaign, his 5th season with the Golden State Warriors. But another rookie showed out, and that was Will Richard out of Florida. Wow, he turned heads in his regular season debut. And while the numbers aren't all that impressive, you got to really watch the game. His composure was crucial as he had crucial minutes. Certainly made an impression on Steve Kerr and the rest of Dub Nation. Kareth Burke caught up with the reigning NCAA national champion earlier tonight.
Well, thanks for the time, Will. You got the game ball in the season opener. What did you do with it?
I kept it. It's definitely going in a case at home, but it's definitely a special moment.
You played more than 13 minutes against the Lakers. Those are real minutes for a rookie. That's impressive. What kind of feedback are you getting from coaches about how you can stay on the floor?
Just going in, knowing what's going on the floor, playing the right way, being in the right spots defensively, keeping the offense flowing and stuff like that, and just making an impact on both ends of the floor.
And when it comes to guard play, was Jamal Murray somebody that you've studied before?
Yeah, I definitely watched him. Growing up, just watching him in the playoffs and stuff like that. You definitely a guy that you want to watch because he's an elite guard, so definitely a guy that I watch.
And how are you feeling about the home opener? More excitement tonight?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. It's a blessing to be a part of this organization and to be somewhere like Golden State. It's going to be a fun one, so I'm excited.
Thank you. It's been fun watching you.
And you see Fezzi, he received the game ball Tuesday night in his first ever game. He played crucial fourth quarter minutes. He was there playing in the second quarter. Ran a fast break and threw an alley-oop to Gary Payton in the second. Had a nice three-pointer there in the second half. This young man knows how to play. He played in a lot of big games at the University of Florida.
To be that poised, being that young, that is scary, Bonte. And he came out of the great SEC, so you already know, all right? He's going to come into the moment. He's not going to be scared of the moment. What I love when I listen to your interview with Steve Kerr is Steve said, I usually pay attention when a rookie gets his first points in the NBA, but I genuinely forgot because he looked so comfortable out there. He looked like he's been doing this for 7 years. And that says a lot about his preparation. Obviously, coming into the Warriors organization and trying to fit into the system, it says a lot about his selflessness because you have to be willing to move the ball. But coming in, being prepared, man, I feel like people sleep on going to college for 4 years because that's where all this preparation comes from.
And look at that resume, Fezzi. Won a championship in high school, won a championship in college, and he's looking to help this regime win another championship. Golden State Warriors. What's the most impressive aspect of his game so far?
When I watch him, I like the burst of speed. We talk so much about the unction over here, all the older guys, that when the young guys get on the floor, what I love is that burst and that energy. You see his ability to handle the rock, but his passing ability with that speed combined is going to be really crucial. The Warriors, their depth, the bench, you got to be able to create plays for other guys. And at that point guard position, I love the alley-oop, I love the passes, but I love his ability to get to the rim as well.
And until DeAnthony Melton gets back with the Golden State Warriors, they're going to need his minutes here, especially early in the season. Will Richard, congratulations with that game ball, but we got
look pedestrian yesterday. That's incredible. 40 points, 15 rebounds. Victor was doing things that I don't at that size. What do you do against that?
As Bully would say, we've never seen that before.
We've never seen that before. But some people say you have. But, one thing I saw about Victor is he's young, but he's really scary. We talk a lot about the youth of the West. There are no walks in the park in the West right now, all right? And this is the Spurs, the young Spurs trying to make a name for themselves.
Well, think about that. 15 to 21, he only attempted 2 3-point shots. The Spurs as a team only attempted 23-point shots. This is why I have them finishing in the top 5 in the Western Conference, Fezzi, because of Wemby. How about Stephon Castle going 22, 7, and 6? They didn't even have De'Aaron Fox in the lineup last night.
That's incredible, man. I've seen big men do a lot of things, but I'm so happy for this generation of bigs. There was a point where you get a rebound off the rim and you kick it to the point guard and run the floor. If you try to put the ball on the floor, you get yelled at. And now you see big men grabbing the ball off the rim and just pushing it up the court. Does a lot for the offense, but for the San Antonio Spurs, I love the fact that he's doing all this, but he's also looking for his teammates. Victor Wembanyama is a special talent in the West.
That's a scary team. Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson,
my guy HB.
Vassell, Sohan, they've got a lot of depth on that San Antonio roster. And, of course, Victor Wembanyama, who I believe will get MVP votes this season. Now, the LA Clippers, they're the oldest team in the league. We'll show that graphic in just a moment. But the Utah Jazz came out. They said, hey, talk about us. Will Richard's old college teammate. Clayton getting buckets there. He had 8 in the first half. You see the score. No, that's not a typo, folks. That's not a glitch in the graphic. the Utah Jazz at one point in this basketball game, Fezzi, were up 37 points against the
my
Clippers.
goodness.
What is going on in La La Land?
Yeah, the Clippers, they've had quite an eventful offseason as well. So this is just a continuation of that. I love seeing this for Utah. This is a young team trying to prove something. There are no walks in the parks anymore. All right, the West is going to be a really wild and tough place to get a win.
Now, the Clippers are the oldest team in the league. We always talk
Who's
about the
number
Golden
two?
State Warriors.
Who's number two?
The Dubs. They got 23-year-old Jonathan Kuminga now, 50 Bell and Pods and Moody's coming back soon. But the Clippers are old by NBA standards. You see the Houston Rockets third, but they have a lot of young talent. Sacramento Kings and the New York Knicks. But the Clippers, they've had a wild offseason as well. Some off-the-court issues, and they get blasted in Salt Lake City.
I mean, you got to say a lot about Utah's defense. You hold James Harden to 15 points. You hold Kawhi Leonard to 10 points. I think the Clippers are missing Norman Powell. That was a big firepower for them last season. But, I mean, the Utah Jazz have made a huge statement in that first game.
Yeah, Walker Kessler, another big in the West that a lot of people don't know about, had a double-double for the Utah Jazz, as well as Lauri Markkanen. So you can't sleep on the Utah Jazz right now.
Markkanen has spent all summer in training in the Army in Finland. Finland, is that what
Yep.
it is? Man, he has come out and he's really showing you that he's also been putting some work in the gym. But Utah, they're young. They're going to be running and gunning. Youth is also key. So don't call the Clippers, oh, yeah, man. We can't be throwing stones from our glass house.
No, we're not. They looked their age last night in Salt Lake City. The West should be wild here. And, of course, you have this man who's in his prime. He's a 7-time All-Star, 3-time NBA MVP. Fezzi, he averaged a triple-double last season. But let's hear from his head coach, David Adelman, on what they expect from the Golden State Warriors tonight in their home opener. Health Magazine.
Oh, man, Bonte, you have to go there. Why you got to go at my big man?
Because it doesn't matter.
My fellow big man, man.
Well, are the Jokic brothers around here? Let me take that back.
Careful, man. You know his brother's out there lurking.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I don't mean any ill will towards the Joker, but he is on a mission. And it seems like he has a nonchalant attitude where people perceive it as, hey, he doesn't care about the game or whatnot. But when you produce numbers like that, you care a lot. And he's the engine that makes that team go.
Well, both Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray are the engine of this team. Nikola being the Batman of the team, his ability to create makes so much space for them because everybody's double teaming. You're trying to find a way to create a mismatch for him. So Jamal Murray's ability to hit shots off of that space is important, but they added Cam Johnson this year. Cam Johnson is a shooter. Not really a guy who creates off the ball. He's a guy who hits shots from the three-point line. So that's a guy to watch out for. My X factor for the Denver Nuggets will always be Aaron Gordon. His athleticism, his ability to create, his activity level and energy, those are the things that take them over the end. His offensive rebounding, these are the things that you have to watch out for tonight. So when we talk about Jimmy Butler or Jonathan Kuminga, this is where their energy has to rise up to meet his in a game like this.
We'll have more on Gordon a little bit later in the program, but Jamal Murray, because you mentioned him, that pick and roll between the Joker and Jamal Murray, it's like